community. Dear Mayor of the community of Rus, and dear guests of honor, my dear friends and petrol heads, my dear ladies and gentlemen. What a great and honoring privilege for me to welcome you all most warmly to this, the 5th edition of the European Healy Meeting, which is about to go live here today in Rus, Germany, in the very heart of Europe. I have the great pleasure to extend you a very hearty welcome to you all on behalf of the participating European Healy clubs and in the name of the organizing committee 2018. And naturally, on behalf of all our partners, sponsors, and supporters of our event. It is my honorable duty to welcome amongst us our honorary guests in the persons of Peter and Tim Healy, Peter is the grandson and Tim the great-grandson of the same named Mark's founder, Donald Mitchell Healy. Until the end of last year, Peter has been the president of the Healy Drivers Club, the world's oldest club catering. Honored by your presence, please, Mr. Rus is going to address a few words to us. Welcome.
The opening of the 5th Healy meeting, and I'm very pleased to welcome you here in Rus. Thank you for inviting me to this very special event. First, I can tell you that you have chosen a very good base for staying and for starting your tours. The Europa Park is situated in the heart of Europe and a kind of a symbol of the different people and nations living side by side. Many of you came here from far, but I'm sure you will feel like home after a short time. June is of course the best month you have got chosen for your driving tours. Everything is flourishing and turning into green, and the temperatures are quite pleasant, especially when you're driving a topless car. Also,
Thank you very much, Mr. Clary. A small token of appreciation of our community. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will also be greeted by the owner, my representative.
My favorite rally driving, and I was fortunate enough to win the Monte Carlo Rally, 1931. I was driving, when I was doing freelance driving, I drove 1 or 2 cars for Triumph, and I had studied engineering up there, and they invited me to join the company. I joined as chief engineer, in charge of this engineering, and eventually became technical director. And I was technical director for 3 or 4 years, and did 3 or 4 different cars. At the end of the war, I was doing some work on armoured cars for the ministry. Although I tried to make a sports car in the Triumph days, the world wasn't ready for it, and the war came. I thought, well, here's an opportunity to collect together a few men whom I was working with, try and raise some money and start a company making cars of my own. And that would be immediately after the war. And I made a car called Healy, with a Riley engine. Riley was a car making sports cars at the time. Having driven in a number of rallies and racing events, I decided there was no British car capable of competing in events at that time. And I thought it was about time to make one. And I managed to get enough cash together, which you didn't need very much of in those days. The first car was a fairly advanced design from an appearance and suspension point of view. designed to be made by hand, limited numbers, and we never made more than about 5 or 6 a week. The car was quite successful. It did very well in competitions. I won a few Alpine rallies on it, and numbers of drivers were quite successful at Le Mans and other places. Well, I decided I wanted to build a car which was entirely more modern design and using components which I could obtain in larger quantity. And I approached my friends at Austin, and they agreed to let me have engines and transmissions to build a car which was to have been and was announced as the Healey 100. This was shown in the 1952 automobile show in London, and it was such a sensation that the powers that be at Austin, which was then the British Motor Corporation, said, well, you can only make about 20 of these a week, you can make 200, and you should be associated with us. So from then on, we agreed to become the Austin Healey. We did very well in the 24-hour records. The early 100 did over 130 miles an hour for 24 hours.
The long and happy association with Austin continued, of course, through to the late 60s, with production of the 100M, 100S, 106, 3000, and the latest Brights. That legacy lives on here today. Have a great week. One can't talk about Brendan without first mentioning his father, known by his initials of JF. He was very much the entrepreneur at Parental. He encouraged Don to do all his ideas, including his...
I hope you enjoyed that. A special line for all people. Strictly family. They just don't want, and then suddenly it works all again, and we are happy and off. Thank you for putting all these pictures together, for compiling these movies. Thank you also to Tim for your work. A big hand, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the Healey family. Ladies and gentlemen, my last words. Healey is that what we are all standing for. This word has a special meaning to us all. On the occasion of this year's meeting, we have been provided with chrono watches from Frederic Constant in Geneva, Switzerland. This chrono, as I said before, is out of the newest line of the limited Healey line. In honoring the Healey family, the name, and in recognition of their achievements, it is my personal pleasure to hand over the first copy of this timepiece to Peter Healey, to whose family we are so grateful in having enriched our personal lives so much. Thank you. Thanks again for being here. Enjoy.